Let's put our healthcare hat on and imagine a business that's trying to put together a scorecard to track its healthcare goals and missions and ambitions. So in this case, this healthcare provider is looking to save lives through digital transformation. And more than likely, this metric that they're tracking is a combination of a bunch of different metrics and ends up in these main scores here that are either going up or down, as you can see by the green or red arrows. Similarly, with like ambition to create more personal healthcare or build intelligent healthcare apps, these are combos of a bunch of different metrics. What you can tell from this visualization is, of course, there's volume, there's positive sentiment, so they're doing some form of comparison between volume and sentiment, but it's not clear to me really how they're doing. And I can't tell the difference between some of these numbers. My eyes go a little cross. It's also not super intelligent in terms of an artifact. Scorecards have a lot of work that go into creating them. So it's worth it to put the thought behind every little aspect of the scorecard itself so that an executive looking at this can make the difference that they need to make and make the changes in the business in order to drive the metrics forward. So if I were to re-envision this, it would look more like a complex artifact. It should be complex in the sense that it's trying to do a lot, but I should give a sense of overall impact and score of those metrics. So in this case, I've created an overall score. So it says, how am I doing on saving lives through digital transformation? Or how am I doing this week compared to last week, or the last 90 days to this week? As well as include some of these bar charts inside of the values themselves. So I need to understand the difference between 60,000 and 1,000. Visually, it's quite easy to do in this visualization, along with trends and heat maps of sentiments, targets. There's a lot here. But I think a good scorecard should have things like scales of goodness and easily identifiable good versus okay versus bad, and provide some intelligence so that this becomes actionable instead of what we saw before, which is really just kind of a throwaway state of affairs. So just as a general takeaway, make sure you give your audience that overview score, that sense of how we're doing in general against each one of these targets and missions. As well, put some thought into things like scale of goodness and how you're showing things like trend to enable additional decision making to happen and deeper insights to occur.